Hi, I'm Mrs. S from Steps to Success Maths. In this video, we're working through GCSE exam style questions on fractional and negative indices, starting with the easiest question and going through to the hardest exam style question. This is a higher topic. Evaluate 7 to the power of 0. Well, anything to the power of 0 is always 1. Evaluate 3 to the negative 1. The negative 1 means it's a reciprocal, and reciprocal means flip the fraction. So this is going to be 1 over 3, 1/3. Give the value of 16 to the power of a half. The power of a half is a square root, so we need to do the square root of 16, and we know the square root of 16 is 4. Give the value of 5 to the negative 2. So remember, the negative part tells us it's a reciprocal, so it's going to be 1/5 and then squared. We need to square both parts of the fraction. So 1 over 5 squared, which is 1 over 25. Find the value of 9 to the 0. Remember, that's just 1. Anything to the power of 0 is always 1. 125 to the 3rd. So remember, this is now a cube root, little 3 and then a root of 125. So what times by itself again gives 125. So that's going to be 5. And then 12 to the power of negative 2. So 1 over 12 to the power of 2. 1 squared is 1, and then 12 squared on the bottom. 1 over 144. Give the value of 2 to the power of negative 3 as a decimal. So negative means reciprocal, so 1 over 2 and then cubed to the power of 3. 1 over 2 cubed. 1 over 8, and it says as a decimal. Now if you've forgotten what an eighth is as a decimal, work from one you know, like a half. So a half is 0.5, and then if you halve that you get a quarter, which is 0.25, and if you halve that you get an eighth, so 0.125. Give the value of 2/3 to the power of negative 3. So negative means reciprocal. So flip over the fraction. So this time it's 3 over 2 to the power of 3, which gives us 3 cubed over 2 cubed. And 3 cubed, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. And 2 cubed, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. We've got 27 over 8. Give the value of 8 over 125 to the power of 1/3. So 1/3 means the cube root. So the cube root of the whole thing, which is the cube root of 8 over the cube root of 125. And the cube root of 8 is 2. And the cube root of 125 is 5. Evaluate 2 1/4 to the power of negative 2. So before you start, you need to write this fraction as an improper fraction or a top-heavy fraction. So 2 1/4, 2 times 4 is 8, add on the extra 1 is 9. So it's 9/4. 9 over 4 to the negative 2. Remember, negative is reciprocal, so we need to flip the fraction over. So it's now 4 over 9, and then we need to square it. So 4 squared over 9 squared, which is 16 over 81. Give the value of 1000 over 64 to the power of negative 1/3. So negative is reciprocal. So 64 over 1000 to the power of 1/3. 1/3 means cube root. The cube root of 64 over the cube root of 1000. So the cube root of 64 is 4, because 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64, and the cube root of 1000 is 10, so 4 over 10. And we could cancel that down to 2 over 5, 2/5. So you can keep practicing this skill. I've linked a free worksheet with work solutions in the comments.